Gerry Soejatman is an aviation industry specialist. He joins me now from Jakarta, Indonesia. Gerry, great to have you on with us. Nepal, as we heard there from our journalist, has an unfortunate history of aviation accidents. Why is that?
Well, Nepal itself, the geography, it's very difficult for flight operations. We have mountainous terrains, and relative long distances between cities, and it's very hard to get to places by land. So of course, air travel is one of the key drivers of the economy there. Again, mountains, very, very high mountains, one of the highest areas in the world. It has its challenges. Aircraft operate slightly differently when they go in and out. And then you have small airports where, you can't have the same kind of infrastructure as you do in other countries due to the terrain. I mean, we have one famous airport in Nepal, where it's very famous for having an upslope runway. It's just the way the geography is over there.
Nepal Airlines, though, have been banned from EU skies for 10 years because they don't meet the international safety standards. Do you know what the concern is?
Normally, for the EU to put a ban on the airlines of a country, it's basically on the regulatory oversight of the regulators over the airlines. So, do the regulators have the capability to adequately monitor the airlines? And we had the same problem here. I mean, I'm based in Jakarta. We also had about 10 years of being put under the same sanctions, so to speak. And it is there when the capability of the regulators is in question, because you can't have an airline industry where they self-regulate. You have to have an oversight.
What can Nepal do to make aviation in the country safer? Of course, there's obviously the geography, which is not going to change. But when we look at this investigation, is there something that stands out to you? Anything that you think the government could or should do?
I think the focus should be, it goes in various phases, for going to improvements. First, you go and look at the operations itself. The human factors of the crew. Are they adequately trained? Do they have enough training resources, training facilities, or do they just do training just for the sake of complying and fulfilling the requirements and then send them to fly? I mean, aviation safety has gone a long way the past 50 years, focusing on human factors. I mean, the technical factors already for this industry are mainly solved, but more or less solved. But human factors remains the big challenge. And then after that, you look at the capability of the airlines to perform adequate maintenance, to have the right records management system. And then the regulators, can they identify anomalies in training? Can they identify anomalies in maintenance records? So it all really does it goes down to the details. I mean, I'm sure that the regulations are enough. It's a question of, do they have the resources to enforce the regulation?
All right, Gerry Soejatman joining us from Jakarta. Thank you.